about with your money is that it's getting smaller. And the warning signs with dumping all of this money into the economy, we're past all the COVID thing. We've given away all the money, but everybody's talking about shrinkflation and inflation and the value of the dollar getting smaller. And we can recognize that. All of us can recognize that that's happened when we go to the McDonald's drive-through with our grandkids, and it costs $50 to go through the drive-through for 3 people or 4 people, and everything's gone up. Insurance has gone up. Our rent and our mortgages have gone up. The interest rate's gone up, and some of that stuff is cyclical, and it's going to go through the ups and downs that it does. But the problem is that at the end of the day, the money's going to be worth a lot less year after year. And so my thought for me is any money that I have in my 401k, any money that I have in savings or whatever, is going to be worth half of what it is today in 5 years, with the amount of money that it will represent. How much will it spend? How much can I trade it for? The average house 10 years ago, was $150,000. Now it's $300,000. When I looked at a house 20 years ago or 25 years ago, I was looking at a $300,000 house. I couldn't afford that. I own my own business. Now $300,000 or $400,000 is, absolutely the bottom shelf in a lot of markets. So what am I telling you? I'm telling you this. If your money isn't growing, it's going backwards, and it's going backwards in a very significant way. So if you're in a market where you can't own real estate, like if you live in California or Seattle or Portland, Austin, you live in New York, in a lot of places, you live in Denver, you are not going to be able to buy a house, and your rent is going to be increasing, and your value of your job is not going to be doubling. If you think about the job that you have right now, they're going to raise the salaries because the money's worth a lot less. And when they, admit to that, then you're going to get a big raise, but it's not going to double. They're not going to say, oh, you're making $97,000. Let's give you 188, and so that you can do what you need to do. They're not going to do that. Back in the early 1990s, there was a thing that happened in Mexico, and I want you to go look this up. But there was a thing that happened in Mexico that said, we're going to change our money. We're going to change it from the peso to the nueve peso. And the peso was trading at 1,000 to 1 against the dollar. And inflation was out of control down there. So at a certain point, Mexico made a nueve peso, and it was worth 1,000 pesos. So it was worth pretty much $1. But anybody that was holding those old pesos got wiped out, and they restarted anew. So anybody that had, let's just say, a house in Cabo, and it was $30,000 house on the beach in Cabo, 30,000 pesos. Okay. They trashed the peso. And when they came out with the nueve peso, the house was worth whatever it was in new pesos. So times 1,000, because the house is still the house. So it went from $30,000 house to $300,000 house, or whatever the actual thing was to buy the goods. It's worth whatever it is attached to the monetary things that it will buy. Land is the great equalizer. Property is the great equalizer. So if you want to know how that you can buy properties in other places that are still smart, call me and I will help you guys. But please understand that if you don't do something, your money is going to shrink in your 401k, and your Social Security is not going to go up by double. You have to take care of yourselves, and I can help you. I teach free classes. I don't want any money from you. I only want to better people's situation that want to learn. So go to my website, give me a call, markhope.com, and we can get through this together. We can make a better situation together, but you have to take action at this point. You can't wait. You'll wish that you did.